Last night's football awards ceremony wasn't just another glittery evening of trophies and speeches. It turned into one of the most talked-about events of the season. There were big winners, emotional moments, and a debate that's still exploding across social media. Strangely enough, the loudest controversy of the night came from the women's side of the game, and fans are still arguing about it. At first glance, everything looked perfectly normal. Paris Saint-Germain were crowned Best Men's Club after another dominant year in Ligue 1 and a strong Champions League run. Arsenal's women walked away with the club award on their side of the game, a nod to their domestic consistency and exciting European performances. The coaching prizes followed a similar script. Luis Enrique picked up the men's coaching honor, while England's national team coach collected the women's award after steering the Lionesses to their historic European Championship triumph. Young talent also had its moment in the spotlight. Yamal and Vicky López, two names you'll definitely hear more of in the coming years. Both earned the prestigious Young Player Awards. Between them, they've already shown flashes of brilliance that make scouts and fans alike think they could be generational talents. Goalkeepers had their own share of the spotlight too. Gianluigi Donnarumma and Hannah Hampton both claimed top keeper honors after seasons filled with jaw-dropping saves and calm leadership at the back. And finally, the night's biggest headline winners, Ousmane Dembélé and Aitana Bonmatí, who each took home the ultimate prize, the Ballon d'Or. It all sounds straightforward, right? But that's where things started to get interesting. Aitana Bonmatí didn't just win, she made history, becoming the first woman ever to claim 3 consecutive Ballon d'Or trophies. That feat alone puts her alongside all-time greats like Messi and Platini. The room erupted in applause, and on the surface it felt like a crowning moment for Yashin, or one of the game's most elegant midfielders. But as the applause faded, an uneasy conversation began online. Many fans and analysts quickly questioned whether this year's award truly reflected her performance. Bonmatí's season was strong, no doubt. She racked up 15 goals and 12 assists across 44 matches for Barcelona, numbers most midfielders would dream of. But when you line those stats up against some of her closest competitors, the debate heats up fast. Caldenty, for example, scored 19 goals and provided 10 assists while also lifting the Champions League trophy. England's Alessia Russo went even further. 20 goals, a Champions League title, and a European Championship win with her national team. And then there's the shocker that fans can't stop talking about. Bonmatí's own teammate, who quietly produced a staggering 43 goals and 14 assists in the same season. 43 goals. Yet somehow, her name barely entered the conversation for the award. So how did Bonmatí still end up on top? That's the question dividing the football world today. Some point to her unrivaled technical brilliance and leadership qualities, arguing that she dictates games in a way stats can't fully measure. Others believe it's simply the pull of star power and brand recognition, that once a player becomes a media favorite, it's nearly impossible for voters to look elsewhere. Whatever the reason, the decision has sparked a firestorm. Social feeds are flooded with side-by-side stat comparisons, and hashtags like #Bonmatí debate and 43 goals are trending worldwide. The rest of the night wasn't without its own memorable moments. Ousmane Dembélé, after years of battling injuries and criticism, was visibly emotional as he accepted his Ballon d'Or. You could see how much the award meant to him. Proof that hard work and persistence can pay off even after a rocky start to a career. Striker Serhou Guirassy stole the fashion spotlight, showing up in a suit so perfectly tailored that he's already being called the best dressed of the evening. Cameras also caught a surprisingly tense reunion. Dragan Stojkovic was seated right next to Luis Figo, the man he once criticized publicly for leaving Barcelona. The awkward smiles said it all. Even social media couldn't resist getting in on the action. The Premier League's official account fired off a playful jab comparing trophy counts to Inter Miami's habit of bragging about Messi's Ballon d'Or. It was cheeky, and it instantly went viral, adding a lighter touch to an otherwise heated evening. Meanwhile, the action on the pitch was just as dramatic. In France, Marseille finally broke PSG's stranglehold on their rivalry, winning 1-0 at home and snapping a brutal 12-match losing streak against the Paris Giants. The roar from the Velodrome could probably be heard across the city. In Italy, Napoli survived a wild 3-2 thriller against Pisa to reclaim the top spot in Serie A, showing once again why they remain one of Europe's most entertaining teams to watch. And don't sleep on England's EFL Cup. Midweek fixtures are set to feature Chelsea traveling to Lincoln, Liverpool hosting Southampton, and Arsenal visiting Port Vale. These matches might not carry the glitz of a Champions League night, but they're often where new stars announce themselves. It's in tournaments like these that unknown names can become household ones overnight. So what was supposed to be a simple celebration of football's best has transformed into something far more dramatic. A night of history, heated debate, and unexpected subplots. Bonmatí's third Ballon d'Or should have been a universally celebrated achievement. Instead, it's ignited one of the biggest conversations of the year, with fans split between respect for her artistry and frustration over the voting process. As the dust settles and the next round of matches kicks off, one thing is certain: this story isn't finished. The midweek fixtures, the fallout from the award votes, and the endless social media debates will keep the football world buzzing for days, maybe weeks. And if last night proved anything, it's that football never sticks to the script, even on a night meant purely for celebration.